Hello, Tudor-minded people. It's Philadelphia Carrie for Tudor Time Machine. The word I share with you this week is Sumptuary. How happy I am to be here with you in this fantastical age. Your lives are full of all shapes and sizes of boxes that are possessed by speaking spirits. It is miraculous, and I am happy to be here. Prior to my arrival, I had quite a fright. Lent was upon us, and I greatly desired to attend the revelling of Easter Monday, and so I returned to my year, the crowded streets of London, and my beloved Queen. I emerged from the little watch shop that I do use as a dock, and raised my chin in glory to process through London. Yet, as I looked about me, I found the streets of London passing strange. I stood upon the Strand, but it was not as it ever was. I pressed myself against the wall, hugger-mugger, to discover what change had come, and then I saw with my own eye a monk. Indeed, my heart pounded, my mind a hurly-burly. What meaning had this? A monk on the streets of Elizabeth's England? It could not be. He looked on me, and I dashed away, and found myself in the market, and there I saw carp, trout, porpoise, crab, and lobster, haddock, mullet, bass, seal. Never had I seen such an array of sea creatures. Yet there was no meat. Where were the delicacies of Elizabethan England? I did see some olives, and I do adore an olive. I approached the fishmonger. "Fishmonger," I said, "here at the market is there not a bit of meat for a noble lady?"
"Are you here to catch me out?" he whispered hoarsely. "Begone, you wench in fancy dress. No doubt you perform in the street."
Oh, I gasped to hear such cruel words. I, a performer! A lesser lady might have passed from this life to hear such words, but not I. I would know what mischief was here with monks and fish and diabolical insults. But soft, I did bethink me I knew the source of my befuddlement. I was in London, but not my London. I had arrived in a year before my birth, and so to the Abbey I took myself, for there are many clues as to the year in that great building. Oh, Tudorphiles, I much desired a cloak or boy clothes, but having none, I sallied forth and into Westminster Abbey, and there I had my answer, a woodcut of the King and Queen being crowned together, and their emblem, the apple and the pomegranate. Peterkins, I had arrived in England in the early reign of Henry VIII and the pitiable Catherine of Aragon. Why, my garb and food queries would brand me a criminal by sumptuary laws. Jesu, shuffling behind me, and a terrible smell. I pirouetted gracefully to see the fishmonger and 2 monks, staffs aloft, behind me.
"She asked for meat," the fishmonger said.
"That attire is not for one of your rank. We will relieve you of it, so that we may use it as an altar cloth," the prating monk growled. I drew in my breath sharply, and looked just behind these miscreants. "Hearken," I said, "is that an angel I see in the nave?" And Tudorphiles, they did turn and exclaim, "Michael? Gabriel?" And I did run, helter-skelter, to my watch-shop. And now I am here with you, my adorable Tudorphiles.
Quite an adventure. How now, Tudorphiles, what think you? If you're new here, I'm Gage.
I'm Jessica.
And we're here with Philadelphia Carrie for Tudor Word of the Week.
Don't miss a word, and listen to the Tudor Time Machine Story Project. So diverting. And I pray bid you tell a ningle and ring the little YouTube bell.
Tudorphiles, thank you for listening. Every one of you has the wit of Rosalind and the heart of Cordelia.
And don't be shy about writing to Philadelphia on YouTube or suggesting words. We love hearing from our listeners.
So how do you spell our Tudor Word of the Week, Philadelphia?
It is spelled Sumptuary.
And in the Tudor period, sumptuary was an adjective that meant regulating private expenditures, and it particularly applied to clothing, food, and furniture.
We don't use that word anymore. Now we just think you should spend, spend, spend.
And to say something is sumptuous is very positive. A sumptuous blanket would be warm and cuddly. And I have to admit, when we talked about sumptuary laws with the word of the week, heartlet, I thought sumptuary laws were primarily about clothes and status.
Well, we said it included food too, but there's such a strong clothing and status association.
There is.
Oh my, all sumptuary laws are very, very practical. They ensure that the best meat can only be eaten by those of the highest rank, and we don't want those of low rank to eat up all the food. That's why these excellent laws allow dukes and earls 7 courses, but a gentry only 3. 3. I shall tell you, many persons would spend too much on food or on their own dress, poor things, and the sumptuary laws would give them such aid. Why, without these laws, the common people would fall into gluttony and avarice.
Oh, I see. Only nobles should have gluttony and avarice.
You mock me, but these laws are a great help to our country. They order the classes, and they benefit all.
How do they benefit all?
I know one of the laws passed in 1571 required all males over 6 years old to wear wool caps on Sunday and holidays. Actually, that made a big difference to the whole economy since wool was an important product in Elizabethan England.
So it helped the economy. That's good, I guess.
No, to tell you true, nobility were not made to wear wool caps, and I well understand it. For how would our hair look after it was tortured beneath such a thing? The coif would be in shambles.
Okay, Philadelphia. What exactly did this law say?
I shall tell you. It said, Sumptuary Law, 1571. Woolen cloth made out of the realm, but in caps only, velvet, crimson, or scarlet, furs, black genettes, lucernes, embroidery, or tailor's work, having gold or silver or pearl therein, except dukes, marquises, earls, and their children, viscounts, barons, and knights, being companions of the garter, or any person being of the Privy Council.
Well, at least it was an honest law and they didn't fake some kind of equality.
Oh, what courage I showed in Westminster Abbey! If I had been apprehended in the time of Henry VIII in my beautiful silk, oh, I shudder to think what would have befallen me.
Well, we're very happy you're safe, Philadelphia.
I have to say, I'm happy that if I wear the wrong thing, no one cares. Well, they might care, but at least I won't be fined or arrested, unless I live in certain parts of the world.
It's true. I mean, here we can wear leggings to dinner and a gown to lunch.
What disarray! So take heed, Tudorphiles, add some 16th century sauce to your vocabulary with sumptuary. Learn how to dress as you should. Listen in next time. Don't miss a word. And subscribe on YouTube. Help Tudor Time Machine become a huge presence on the web. Don't forget, give me a like.